Hey everybody, what's up? It is Dom here, back once again. Today we're going to be talking about Arma 3's latest creator DLC, S.O.G. Prairie Fire. I talked about this one before it came out, when it was in its beta phase, day before it came out, dropped a video on the day of it coming out, where I played it for hours on end with Iz. I did a bunch of liberation stuff with some buddies. So I've got a bunch of hours in this thing, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, honestly. Starting off here, this is going to be the first thing you see when you first boot up and load the optional DLC. Now, thoughts aside, without making this a super long rant, it just needs to be in the game. It's one of those things where with Apex and Tanoa, that whole shebang, Contact, how, like, that is just in the game. That should just be in the game. Like, it's just 100%. Like, it should just be in the game like that. I've said that before with the other creator DLC, Global Mobilization. Now with Contact, it's different because you have to enable it for the scripts and everything for the single player. It should be kind of the same thing with that. For enable this, for it overrides the campaigns. It'd be cool if you could pick the campaign, be like, oh, okay, I want to do the base game campaign today or the Contact campaign, but instead you have to load up each one and go through that way, or else it'll really mess it up there. I think it'd just be part of the game. It would help to sell it more. It would give more toys, and you can kind of put all the toys together in the little toy box there, essentially, instead of having them a little bit of everywhere there, and some toys don't work well with each other. But that's besides the point. For that little rant there, that's not really a problem on S.O.G. people at all. That's more of just a Behemoth Interactive. I think they should have just put that, make people install the extra 25 gigabytes, which is kind of, it's really big, but it's worth every single gigabyte. I will tell you that. Starting off here, it does say that it's single player, but I will say it's really not at this stage, because it takes you to the screen here where it says, hey, you want to host or find a game? You can play it solo, but it's not going to give you the AI partners, and you'll pick the slot. So it's still very much like the multiplayer setup, so to say, when it comes to the single player campaign. It's got a lot of options here that we'll go through it and look at. Here we go. Like I said, within the parameters here, something really cool is the hints from the actual McAfee S.O.G veterans there, which is amazing. Stuff if you want to make the game harder, easier on yourself. You can do stuff with virtual arsenal, teleportation, difficulties, stuff like that, which is just amazing and really cool. Tons of slots here to pick from. But the fact that if you're a solo player, you're going in at solo. You're not getting no AI, unless you're just going to do some, like, Zeusing, shebanging, cheating stuff there. I guess not really cheating if it's single player, you're doing your own thing, but that's kind of my only real, there's not really many negatives, like, or criticisms of this. It's really good and worth the, at the time, $19 plus tax, but it'll go up to like $22.99 with tax. It's it's ridiculously optimized for this map. I will say that. I very much enjoy it there. Let's go back here. Like I said, though, this little new menu, some people may be a fan of it, some people may not. It's got the thing where it's got, like, run our servers, whatever the heck Mike Force is, which then pops up this. I don't really, it says, Vietnam has been infiltrated by communist forces from the north. Choose one of 4 specialist teams to cooperate to build bases and all that. I want to jump into this one, honestly, and give you my thoughts on it and try it out with you guys. Very interesting to see what really is this, and how well it is. I spent most of my time hosting the Liberation server for my friends and doing some co-op missions, but I'm looking forward to, like, Anastasi and Vindicta. At the time, it didn't have anybody for Anastasi, and Vindicta still doesn't, but in due time it'll definitely pop up. And I love how it tells you how many people are playing there, how many scenarios. That's just amazing. That's just, like, it's, at first it's a little intimidating. You're like, oh, a little thrown off, but then once you get used to it, I feel like it's probably a lot better, honestly, to see, be like, okay, how many people are in the Zeus, how many scenarios, what all is going on here. Do I like to play hardcore? Do I like to play standard? Am I more of a PvP guy? Or maybe I don't want to mess around with PvP. I just want to work with people with PvE, So I really like that there. Personally, I think that's really cool to kind of have those options there. Got some Wikipedia pages there on how to set up things. Of course, if you want to host your own server, you can do some LAN servers stuff there. You kind of get lost a little bit, honestly, when it comes to this like little server browser. I'll say that. Some friends had a little bit of trouble, but not too much there, so to say. You can go into the advanced server browser and go through it there. So that is very nice there. Even showing like the friends tab and who all is doing what. So. But that's on like the server side things, on like this little layout for here. Let's get to talking about the actual map itself. So this is Cam Lao Nam. As expected, this area out here is also Cam Lao Nam. And even the very elaborate tunnel systems here are part of Cam Lao Nam. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It has a little bit of everything. This map literally has a little bit of everything. You get one map, but you get everything with it. Like, you could just do the entirety of everything you'd ever want to do in Vietnam-based stuff. You got it here. There's tons of secrets to discover here on this map. I'm not going to ruin them. I don't even know all of them. But, you know, if you guys are looking for where that is at, it's up here on, like, the top left for where these, like, trails are here. There's like little ways to get into them there, and that's probably one of just many there. Like, this map has so much to it, so much variety there, that I'm looking forward to exploring it kind of just as I play, whether it be through missions or Zeusing or whatever is going on there, you know. So I think the map itself is something that really should be applauded, especially in terms of optimization, because I know Dharma, that's hard. Map this big, and look at all this. This looks like hell for anyone's computer to run when it comes to all the forest. If you guys ever played Tanoa, it's good, it's fun, it can be hell sometimes to really get running, but it's ran like butter. It's ran really smooth there, and of course I'm talking unmodded for both. Like, when it comes to no mods here, I don't know what behind the scenes stuff's going on within those 25 gigabytes, whether it be like heavily scripted, which is something to mention too, is that sometimes when you go down, let's see if I can actually show it. Let's take a look at all these like insane, really amazing modules here, you know. Also, like, the music in this is pretty good. If you guys, like I said, talk about the soundtrack, you can purchase it separately there, and it does to help out military veterans. Look at this. We got like waterfalls, we got the terrain tunnel entrance, radio supports. I love the advanced revive script. This needs to be I slammed my keyboard. This needs to be an Arma. This right here, this needs to be an Arma, not the DLC, the base freaking game. All right, this is so freaking good. It's one of those things, like, it comes along and you're like, that's really good. Like, whether it be Melee or Arma Zeus Cache or, you know, whatever, radios, you know, this needs to be, this little advanced revive script thing going on here with the module is amazing. It needs to be in the base game. I love it. I love the resuscitate system, the stabilize system, the crawling, the ability to shoot while you're down. It's great. I love it. And you can have this withstand chance, which is at what percentage of the bleed out timer must be left before the unit can withstand. What's withstanding? That's where I can just pop a med kit on myself and get myself back up after I just went full on. I think his name's John Rambo. He's shot up and got rid of half of the NVA Viet Cong forces that had taken out his whole patrol. It's amazing. I love this thing. That's just one of the many things I love about this, so to say there. Also, look at some of these vehicles here, whether you're a jet boy or a plane girl or a helicopter human or whatever you want to be. Tanks, turrets, boats. They got it all. They got it all for you. I love these little civilian vehicles back here. These little fun little off-road Jeeps. Look at them. This is me and the crew, the Wu-Tang Clan, getting ready to drop a new mixtape out there. All right? It's great. I love it. You know, maybe there's not like a crazy amount of like tanks, but I mean, it's the forest. Like, already trying to get this thing in here is going to be a pain in the butt. But that's just talking vehicles. Let's talk about some of the weapons. So look at these things here. We got the XM 177. We got well rods. We got Type 56. These things got the bayos. What are the bayos? The bayonets. You stab them. Yeah, we got melee here. You can just hit them with the butt of the rifle, or you can stab them. It's a work in progress for vanilla Arma, I guess you would say. Like I said, it should just be fully incorporated with how good it is. Flashlights with the pistol with little flashlights. You got silencers. You got the grease guns out here. Magazines there for all the things. You got the shorties. We got just tons of just fun little Vietnam weapons to play around with. I will say personally, from all the like unsung time I've played recently preparing for this, the weapons don't sound like crazy different or anything. Like, I don't know why I'd be expecting, so don't expect to be like, oh, this weapon sounds weird or crazy. It's gonna sound normal if you've played Arma. Now, what does sound like more like, oh, beautiful to my ears, grenades sound amazing. Let me pop one off for you. All right, so here we are. Let's pop some woolly Pete, some white phosphorus out there. Pop some incinerary. They're not called napalm, just incinerary here, but there's napalm sauce. Yeah, that grenade there, that was pretty beautiful. I have my sound turned a little bit down there. This is M49/56. We can show you guys here the melee, a little stabby. You kind of have to be a little close to him too, because I was running behind a dude and he just kept on running away as I was trying to stab him. I don't blame him, but so that's some of the little weaponries there. So if you're a Zeus person like me, you're making missions, you always want a ton of toys to play with in the prop department there, whether it be through Zeusing or Eden Editor. Don't worry, we have literally everything that you have to get your hands on, whether it be just around on the map to look at, or in terms of like the items for your character. Yeah, they're all here. You can build your own bridge. You can go and build your own tunnel system. If you're like, oh man, I forgot to put down a flag of my favorite U.S. Marine Corps banner because we now took over this area. You got it. You forgot that you're going to use this medicine here to clear some dude's dysentery problem in the middle of the jungle. You got it. And it also makes you wonder, but there's an insane amount of like food and stuff here. It makes you wonder. I think that game was called Epoch. I haven't played in a long time. So excuse me there if I'm calling it Epoch instead of Epic or whatever, one of those game modes where you have to like bounce food in water. That'd be pretty dope. Like, that'd be pretty cool there. Like I said, more all of the weapons there showcasing. You guys probably didn't care to see walls and default stuff there in the prop department on these there. Also, something fun for you guys, let's check out some like the little module thing for fire support. There's just cool little things you can just discover around here, and I love it. It's just there's a lot of toys. You get, I feel like you get your money's worth out of this DLC. There's a little bit of just everything for everybody, and it's not in the department of like, oh man, well, like there's too much and some people don't get enough. No, everyone gets enough love here. Don't worry. Like I said, the only like department that might be missing out actually is the single player people who want AI partners and solo for like the campaign. Those might be the only people really missing out there, but I think that'll probably end up getting fixed there personally. I think they'll add stuff there. I don't think they're banning this one. From what I've seen with global mobilization and how that's being supported, I think it's something good for this one. I can imagine that they'll go and still develop this one and see like what it'll look like. I think this will honestly keep Arma alive. I'm gonna make that bold prediction there that this DLC will keep Arma alive and keep people very intrigued on Arma for like a while. So tell me about you guys. Are you picking up the DLC? Are you waiting for more stuff like this to see and get your thoughts on? So also, what creator DLC do you guys want to see come out next? So alright everybody, well, it's a double thumbs up for me. Stay tuned for more content on Prairie Fire. If we do any missions or giveaways or whatnot, or incorporating you guys in here, or getting 24/7 servers up, I'll be letting you guys know in the community tab or in the description or comments or any videos and all that. So stay tuned. You guys know what to do here. Make my life a little bit easier. Give a thumbs up and like and comment. It helps the algorithms and all that. So yeah, I gotta do that. I hate saying that, but it makes life a little bit easier for us all. Alright everybody, well until next time, we'll see ya. Keep it safe.